Good good evening guys from here. Good evening. How are you doing? How was your trading week? The previous trading week. Oh yeah, of course. Today is Saturday. So how is the trading week? I'm quickly gonna delete. Okay, this is just what I need. Delete this. Can I go from the weekly? So let's see. Let's make a review of last week. Remember I told you guys on GBP USD the the price action of the previous week. I was trying to explain a thing or two about the bearishness, right? And I made mention of this level, right? I made mention of this level as a level of resistance or as a form of resistance. And yeah, I know I didn't talk about this level, but if we've been following this channel for a very long time, you see that this you would know that this level has been marked. I think I've marked it before, but we didn't know, we didn't expect, we didn't, yeah, let me use the word anticipate. We didn't expect price to come here to this level, but then we had it. Okay, we had it. Why we had it? Well, look at this resistance and look at that weekly close. This was a resistance before it turned the support. Okay, so look at that weekly close above it. This weekly close above this line here states that we're not having buys in the market. So when price retraced, of course, to the next weekly support, which is this level here. Okay, and then we had that level, and then the next one was here. Okay, then price closed here, causing inducement, and the next week came to take out other highs. You know, if you're taking this long, you should know that the target, because we go from levels to levels, right? Since this invalidated and I'm taking any long here, my long should be taken from here to where? From here to this POI right here. That's where my TP should be, right? That's about 154 pips. So that's it. But let's go to okay, let's go intraday. Let's see on the daily. Let's check from Monday to Friday. Let's see what we've got. So this was Friday. This is Monday. Okay, this was Monday. Friday closed like this. All right, and Monday came back. No, look at here was this unmitigated support. See that support level I marked here. See here, we find like here. There's this one. If you were here during that session, if you're not here, probably check the previous video. Okay, I think I marked this level. Yeah. So what price did price came down? Probably touched something on the for whatever rejected from the for then pulled back up to this level. When it touched this level, it came back to what to mitigate this support. So you could see from this resistance rejected to this support, and then what we had buys. I think around here I had buys around here, but then I also had sales, but those sales are invalidated. So of course sales from here. So where we had that buy long, let me call it long. Of course, where would the target be? The external liquidity, external range, which is this high, right? Because if you're looking at ranges, or if you're calculating the ranges, look at this is swing high. Let's mark it. This is a swing low, right? This is a swing high. This is another swing low, right? And sorry, this is a swing low. This is a swing high. Yep, that's the highest point of that trend. This is a swing low. You could see it, and then where should we expect price to go, since we are going up and we have not even mitigated the weekly zone and we are heading to the weekly zone? So we know that price is definitely going to go there. All right, so we take the buys across the highs and down to this point here. You could see that. So I think I took this sell, yeah, from the tip. I took the sell from here. I know many of us would not take this sell because of the CPI volatility this thing came with. I think on Wednesday CPI, yeah, CPI pushed the price up, and so many people would be reluctant to enter this market for shorts, and that is a major decision. Remember, I showed us something. I showed us something on the weekly, a trend line. What was it? Was it the weekly? I think it's yeah, the weekly. So the weekly. Yeah, this is a trend line. Let me delete this. This is a trend line. I know I showed this trend line on the previous recording. So I said it that what we should have price or reject, right? So long as we had this week. Now look at this POR has been mitigated, and look at the closure. This move happened in like the space of 2 days. Wednesday afternoon, so that's say Wednesday afternoon or evening, afternoon/evening, down to Friday, right? So this was the high of the week, and this is the high of the month. Yeah, the high of this month, and probably the last high of the year, because this one, the first high of the year was March. March was the third month, and now look at here again. We are back here, and where are we heading to? We should know where we're heading to. We've talked about this before, right? We're heading to this to clear out this lows first. While looking at the DX, okay, I think we'll take a look at the DXY. DXY after this GBP USD. So we're yeah. So what are we expecting for the week? What are we expecting for the new week, next week? What are we looking at? It's clear here that we've gotten a nice level of support, resistance rather, nice level of resistance. Now, for this resistance to be valid, or like for me to bank on this resistance, then we should have something like an Asian liquidity, and then a rate of that Asian liquidity into this POIs. But then let me see if this could be refined, or let's be done with marking the levels first. So this level was unmitigated, or is unmitigated, this level here. Okay. Okay. If price continues to fall, because there's no other weekly support again, save this guy, and right here, down, 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 down here. This is on the weekly, right? So if price did not come here first, okay, to these levels first before dropping, then we may just have this continuous downward movement to these levels. Then price may reject off these levels back to this level and down, from levels to level to level to level to level. But the good thing is we have these levels are visible, right? They are visible. That's the most important part. So this was for the weekly. I'm marking just these two because they're close. Okay, they're close to where we are now, and then that's the resistance, that's the support, that's the support. We give them the weekly tag. All right, guys. So that's it for the weekly. This is all we're saying for the weekly. We head down to the daily. Let's see if this weekly could be refined to the daily. We have an already mitigated level here on the daily, and we could see where price rejected off. Okay, I think the daily is telling us more. Remember, I marked this level. Yeah, I remember vividly last week on the analysis, the forecast last week. I mentioned, I made mention of this level, that this level is going to react or reject price because of all this liquidity. It's what's it built around this level. So there would be reactions. I said that there'll be reactions around this level, and look, the buys came from that level. Buys came from that level. So since it's coming from a daily, and look at the close, it closed above that level. So what the level is holding, or the level will keep holding. So where are we heading next on the daily? Where is the or where are the unmitigated resistances in this chart? This is one. You may be asking me why I'm taking this as a resistance. It's just like out of nowhere. Yeah, most of these trades you think are random, they're not random. Okay, so this one is from the weekly, right? So if I'm refining to the closest daily, I should be refining here, right? But now, funny thing is, there are other daily levels above. There are other daily levels above. We have this one. This one has been mitigated. Cool. Then this one unmitigated. We have this one. Let me show you this guy right here. This is unmitigated. If you pay attention to the chart, you see it. This is unmitigated, closed with what a body candle. Body candle. This level is still fresh. Price may go as far as hitting this level. Anywhere from equilibrium, price will start reacting. So let's see which of the POIs are in equilibrium and then work with those. So this is equilibrium. If price continues pushing up, then we'll be having this POI, not this one. But though this one may hold, but then it is not highly probable above the 50% of the range. Okay, that's where we get good POI. So we have 1, 2, and 3, right? The weak one is this one. The weak one is this one right here. There may be reactions or rejections, okay, but then we are looking above the 50%. So guys, we should pay close attention to these levels on the from Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We should have these levels, and then what we have is continuous sales. So we have this one marked out. You can go through your charts and mark it out. So I think this is okay, inducement. Okay, we just straight it up here instead of making the whole thing look square. All right, here. So I've shown us where we are heading to. Now let's do something for the smart money boys. Okay, we've had a break, right? A break off or a proper break of a low right here. I remember if you joined this video, if you joined my channel earlier on Telegram, you'd see where I said normally an ideal change of character has to clear 2 lows, and immediately after clearing 2 lows, it picks on the next it picks on the next either then it was SMC, so it picks on the next level or POI below. So since it has rejected from this is 1, this is 2, rejected the next POI unmitigated, it was just this one, and then you can see the reactions. So this is a proper change of character, and now price is ready to what? To pull up. Price is ready to pull up, and this is what we should be expecting. But then look at all these levels, mark them, and make sure you work with the times. When it's past 5 p.m., you don't open positions, all the major positions. Yeah, so you just do what works for you. If you usually open trades by 9 p.m., you can go ahead and open your trade by 9 p.m. But it's not ideal unless there is a heavy news by that time that's going to be released, and that news has to be a major news from the United States. That's when this is going to be affected properly. So on the 4-hour, this daily was refined or can be refined to this 4-hour level, right? And this is the level I marked on my chart. I didn't take the buys because, of course, it was almost the close of the day, towards the evening, and I was already done with the sales. I took some sales around these levels. Okay, I took this one major sell. I think I took another sell. Not I think, I took another sell right here, this level, and then I think I took another one right here. This was the one I took that cleared the lows. Yeah, this is it. That cleared these lows. This is a trade. So after clearing the lows, I think I TP'd, and we are gonna wait. Or let's see if the retracement, or let's see if we've gotten a cool change of character. So the 4-hour, how did the 4-hour do? The 4, okay, you could see this rejection from the 4-hour. Okay, cool. Now I want to see a bearish closure. I want to see a 4-hour closure above. I want to see a 4-hour closure above before I could make any decision. This is a 4-hour level. No matter how hidden it looks, we should always mark that and know that we could only long after we have a body closure above this. Okay, so the next 4 hour candle that opens, we can just continue having, sales, and you understand. So we need a 4 hour resistance to be broken. All right, because this is coming from a 4 hour. If you watch it, the refinement is coming from a 4 hour, or was coming from, or is coming from a 4 hour. Okay, so we need this 4 hour to clear for us to know that we're going to have buys, right? And once we have buys, we could see 4 hour roadblocks. This line here is also a roadblock, so we could have rejection from this line, but then we should note where we are heading to. At least the 50%. Your profits should be taking off at least 50% of this range. I marked it before, I'm marking it again right now. So this is it. I'm trying to make the video snappy so that we don't waste much time here. Okay, it's past 15 minutes already, and this is all for the GBP I'm just telling you what to do for buys so we could catch the buys and then the sells. Giving you levels to look out for from the weekly to the daily and now to the H4. So I think that's the last of the um, time frames I'll be working with, the last of them. So guys, really watch out for this thing. So many people, because of the closure, so many people will be selling this thing on the open of tomorrow. So there are going to be a lot of buys to take out a lot of people. So that the buy is going to come, and then we're going to have the sales later on, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on which news we got for the week. So that is all for GU. I'll quickly go to the DXY. Then we're gonna have a recap of what's happened on the Euro USD. Remember our target for the dollar. This is not being clear. I know there were levels I marked last week. I told you all the price there was going to be a rejection and all that. Hold up, give me a minute. Okay, yeah, this is it, banana. So I marked this level, and yeah, price, yeah, okay, yeah, this was the previous week. Yeah, I remember that previous week. And let me take everything off, and then we'll just start fresh again. So I told you all that buys were ready, right? And then this was it, right? And I told you all that we're going to head back to these regions because this is a support. And I told you guys we must come back to these levels. We must. So whatever we're doing or whatever we do, we'll just be patient with the fact that what we must come back to these levels. Remember how we do the change of character and everything, and how we know when direction change. You could see this support here was broken with the full body candle after taking numerous liquidity from this level and tagging into this level. You could see it there, right here. So you could see that push up close above a support, resistance rather, turning it into a support. So we are expecting that down move, but the daily started with buys first. So highs were taking off, and I didn't fret. I didn't fret because of course we had to do that. Look at this high. So immediately this high was taken, this became a point of interest. Of course, this is a higher time frame level, can always be refined to where? To this support level on the daily. This is from the weekly, you can always refine to the daily. So this is what I did. This is a proper change of character, now. So this is a strong high being cleared. And since we anticipated this clear, look at this bullish candle, how the daily closed. So that CPI sales were needed. So that was why even while I was taking the shot from the top of the GBP USD, I did not fret because we already know the outcome of this thing. So since we have taken out major liquidity, ICT guys will call it the total soup. So we've swept the lows, and then look at this confirmation candle there. One thing I love the DXY is it will always come back. The DXY doesn't fail to come back after making moves like this. You could see after making moves like this, look at this guy, it came back, fell as low as this guy to fill up this gap, right? And then pushed up back again. Even after pushing to this height, you could see it come back again to take out. Look at this level. I had marked it since, and it was skipped here. I still left it open because I know that this level is still going to hold. this level is the major level. I think it was from the weekly I marked this level and I refined it. So when it didn't come here, I knew that then we're gonna have sales. I told you guys about this before. And then when the sales came rather, I wasn't surprised. And now we're having buybacks. So where are we looking at for the DXY? Let's open up the weekly. I don't expect much rejections from the weekly. Much pullback. We have this close, the close of this other week. Shouldn't be much. Okay, this is the close of the other week. I'm using this guy, but you know there are two charts. Sometimes this chart they give us issues. So I'm going to mark it here, and I'll always, also mark it here, so that we don't get too confused. And look at this POI on this other DXY. You can see here, close fine. Okay, so we can have any of these levels. This one looks neat, but it may also mess up. Yeah, it happens. Look at the same thing here. This one wasn't read, and I was looking at this and I missed out on my buys from here. You could see the whole thing. So we work with two DXYs. Okay, we work with two DXYs. We don't fail that. So these are the only two levels we have here. And like I said before, I'm not expecting major retracement, but if it comes, no problem. If this level falls under 50%, then to hold. If not, then we'd have this second one right here, the second one. And price has to go up. For this one to hold, price has to go higher on the open and then come back. But then I'm rooting for this one. This one, no, this one will not hold. But let's leave it. There's nothing that's impossible for this market to do. But then I'm rooting for this one. Yeah, once the market comes back here tomorrow, next week, we'll be having buys. Yeah, you can bank on this, guys. You can bank on this one. You can bank on this one. I promise you this. So this is it, and let's look at it on this other chart. Let's see the difference. Okay, basically the same thing. So this level, yeah, would definitely have this pullback, yes. So while this guy is pulling back, that's when the GBPUSD will be retracing back up. So we could use these guys to confluence each other. So while we are looking at this one, and we're looking at this one, once all of them get to this various or their various resistance and supports, then we could start engaging our major trades. So remember, the buy you're taking from these levels here should be taken off first of all here. This is the POI1, this is POI2, and then we are going to where? We're going to the all-time high. We're going to clear all-time highs. I think that is this it? No, it's not it. Okay, that's it. It's not clear here. These charts are messing with me. But that's it. My internet. What's wrong with it? Alright, sorry about that, guys. So okay, yeah, this is clear now. So we're going out for these highs first of all. We're going for these highs. Then whichever or whatever happens after clearing this high, we may just have rigorous buys. Okay, just keep moving up. Or price may come back, because this is like how we do with range, right? We do with range. Price came back even after this. See that price came back, retraced, hit this level. Now price is going to break this level again. So there's every possibility if it breaks it, there is an unmitigated POI right here. Price may come to, after breaking this whole highs, it might just come take out this one, use it as an inducement for this one. Okay, that's after clearing this whole highs. Then we can have the continuation. Okay, so there's nothing impossible for this market. So of course we're not going to clear our buys. If you're taking the buy on the DXY or the long of the DXY, you shouldn't be taking your profits out until you confirm that there is a sell. So we should just be taking partials. Leave your trades. This is a period where you learn to hold trades. If you watch the way I send analysis, you would see that I'm more of a swing trader. Okay, though I can be a swing trader, I can be a scalper, I can be whatever, depends on what and how the chart presents the information right there. So guys, this is all for GBPUSD, then the DXY. We're going to head on to EU. I just want to show us a thing or two on the EU we talked about the previous week. So you could see EU was more calm than the DXY, and EU obeyed. Look at the POI right here. EU tagged on that POI, and this was prompted by CPI. So we had that POI triggered by CPI, and did I take it? No, I think I missed out on that one. This particular sales, I missed out on it, but then there were other sales. I didn't miss out on the second sell opportunity we had. Yeah, there was another sell opportunity. Oh wait, did I miss it? No, no, no. Sorry, I didn't miss out on the CPI. So even as I took GBP USD and look at yeah, this on the daily, this level here was where we saw on the where we marked here. I remember marking this level particularly here. So yeah, and price came to that level, and I took the first short. I think this is where I took the short, and I'm still holding fragments of these positions because I've taken out partials after this low, so I'm still holding fragments. This was the trade I took intraday, and this trade, people be asking me how I took this trade. It's should I say pretty simple. I'm trying to figure out the time frame I took it from. But anyways, this is the 4 hour. Okay, this is the 4 hour, and the way this chart presented itself and the gap in between, I just knew this was going to be what this was going to be inducement. This whole candle here is going to be inducement, and based on the time, Asian highs. So I was just banking on the Asian highs, and that was why I took the first trade. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I took this on the 5 minutes. I saw this be around the 5 minutes. Yeah, this was 5 minutes. Yes, so you could see this range here. Look at this guy here, reconstruction. Look at the Asian. The Asian stayed away from that level. Look at that support, resistance level right here. The Asia avoided it. So when the we started having London session, I just knew, okay, price is going to come out, clear Asian levels and tag in this level, and yeah, it was a sniper. It was a sniper tweet. So price sold, and then it started pulling back. I think this news, yeah, the news prompted this pushback. And why it pushed back to that level, what did I do? I missed this one because I was on the road, and when this one came, I didn't miss it. So I stacked in right here, and then we had the sell-offs. While people were thinking that, oh, the PPI was going to just push and break everything, I took the sell, and I used basically I used the same SL, but then not 4. Guys, sorry, my mic went off and I didn't observe it. And there's no way I'd go back to start everything up, but I just hope you heard. I can only hope. So um the only time this would be obeyed, this level here, because it's not on equilibrium, right? The only time this level will be obeyed is if we have price go higher first. If price goes higher first before coming down, then this one might, because of course it will fall under equilibrium, right? So we'll always wait for what price does. And on Mondays, don't rush to trade Asian session. I beg you in the name of whoever you serve. Because if you trade Asian session, price is definitely going to come back towards the hours of 3 to 4 and then 5 to 6 back to your entry. It's going to wipe you out. And then it's just going to do what it wants to do. Unless, of course, you have a very huge SL, which would not even pay, because how many, you just have to do 2 RR if you decide to take this thing from here and put your SL here. I was looking at the wrong place. It was obvious the mic had power down. It wasn't the controller. So just give me a second. Let me pull it back in. Okay. Sorry about these breaks. I'm so sorry. It wasn't everything, but I thought I charged them. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're not just gonna do that because that's so bad. So we're gonna wait for these levels. If price just comes down to this level, we should just expect this one. But if it goes up first, then we will probably have something like this. But then I'm banking on this level so hard. I'm banking on this level so hard. These levels right here, I'm banking on the both of them so hard. So guys, it's up to you. Always risk low. Okay, unless you have the mind of flipping and you could risk really, risk that kind of amount. All right, so you all have a great trading week ahead of you, and we're going to converge here again on Saturday. Try I'm planning to host a live session, a live trading session, live stream on Instagram once every week starting from this week. So if you have not followed me, the handle is at Swift the Trader. I think that's Swift underscore D underscore like THE underscore trader. So if you could go there, and it should be right on in the description of this video. So you guys have a great trading week, and we're going to meet on Instagram on Saturday next week. Bye.